Good morning, America, and welcome to Maya's Chat. And I am here once again with my Folgers cup of coffee. I love it, drink it every day, sometimes in the evening, and right before bedtime, too. Okay, so I'm going to take a little sip. Mm. Oh, best coffee in the world. Okay, um, well, today I am here to talk to you about type 2 diabetes. Yes, type 2 diabetes. A lot of people have this and they don't even know it, myself included. So, to get off on the start, please click like, subscribe, and share my videos with others. I am trying to empower you, okay? So, I want to tell you up front, I am not a physician. I do not come on here to give you medical advice. I only tell you my stories that may relate to your life and in hopes that it can help you. Okay? So, getting to the subject of type 2 diabetes. Well, oh, last year I wasn't feeling so hot. I was exhausted all the time. And I'm a senior citizen, and that's fine because the older you get, you kind of tire down, you wind down a little bit. But for me, I was tiring it down just a little too much. And so I met with my physician. They drew blood and came back with the lab work. And they told me that I was pre-diabetic. And I did not want to go over that line of becoming type 2 diabetic. So I did my research. I went on YouTube. YouTube is for a lot of good information out there. Okay, America? You can learn a lot. Now, as we age, we tire down naturally. Things become chores to us and for us. So we develop habits of wanting to snack around, getting easy, accessible foods. In other words, convenient foods, prepackaged foods, cookies, donuts, bread, easy things to make your meals with, or just tear it open and just eat it right out of the bag. Well, it will catch up with you. And it was catching up to me, but I intervened by calling my doctor. I was getting itchiness around my face a lot, which was weird. And my toes were kind of tingly. And I thought maybe something's going on. So I literally set up my appointment with my physician. She did the lab work and she explained the situation. And I went on YouTube, and YouTube, mm, that's right, YouTube is the place and a great resource to get news and information. But you have to make sure you don't click on these quackpots on YouTube because there's a lot of quackery going on there. And I'm not talking about ducks. I'm just talking about people that just like to talk shit. Okay, uh, with no substance to it. Um, but There are a few people on YouTube that I subscribe to and I follow and I listen to. And I tell you, the number one thing I did when I got home from my physician's appointment, I cleaned out my pantry and my refrigerator. Buy to all of the breads, buy to ice creams that my husband liked because I didn't want him to come getting type 2 diabetes either. I need him in my life. So I saw to it that his sugary treats were gone. And as a result, I still eat bread. I eat whole wheat bread. Not every day, twice a week. It's good. I eat a lot of vegetables. I still drink dairy because I love milk. I make my own ice cream now with my Ninja blender. That's right, the best blender in the world, in my opinion. And I make my own juice at times, not all the time, but some of the times I do. But I drink lots of water. I exercise every other day, and I'm building it up. I'm getting my health back little by little. I eat certain fruits and vegetables. I drink my coffee, my teas, but I drink lots of water. And I'm not a big person that I don't like to eat a lot of meat, but I like cheese. I like grilled cheese sandwiches and things like that. And I like soups and chilies in the wintertime. But there's a lot of things you have to learn to adjust. White flour products, bread, tortillas, gravy, cookies. I can make my own homemade cookies and I can snack on them from time to time. I thought, hey, why even take that risk? And the thing about it that people don't realize is that potatoes are bad for you if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic. Rice is bad for you because of the starch content. Starch in the body breaks down into sugars. A lot of you older folk out there don't know this. So I'm pretty much trying to help you out here. But as a youth in America, you start creating these habits when you're young. It catches up as you grow older. So there's a lot of things you have to cut out, but there's a lot of tricks to eating things you like. I eat smashed potatoes, or as they're known as uh, whipped potatoes, or just mashed potatoes. I think they're called smashed potatoes because you're constantly smashing them with the potato smasher. So the tool in the kitchen that a lot of people don't even know about. But anyway, uh, to let you know, you can eat potatoes. That's right. You just have to limit the amount and you have to prep them first. And what I mean by prepping them is when you peel the potato, you want to dice it up and you want to put it in a bowl of water, cold water. Add a little bit of salt to it and let it pull the starch out of the potato. Have you ever heard of potato starch? It's a product. You can buy it, but it's not good for you. Starch is an enemy to our bodies and it will harm you over time. The same thing with pasta. You soak your pasta ahead of time and it pulls out the starch from pasta as well. You get this cloudy film in the water. You drain them, soak them a little more, and see how much starch is still coming out of it. And it's easier to cook your pasta once they've been soaked in cold water or room temperature water with a little salt. And you just rinse them after the starch is no longer in that bowl of water and pasta. And once you don't see that cloudiness in the water, well, you're ready to cook. Look at the ingredients on your products that you purchase in the store. Look and see if it has starch in it. Lots of starch because some products have a lot. Gravy they use in those gravy packets that you buy in the stores, they use starch to make it thicken. And that is a culprit that can harm you. There are certain foods, and if you look it up on YouTube, and I urge you to, if you have any doubts about whether or not you may be pre-diabetic or you may even be type 2 diabetic now, they can tell you what the signs are. I noticed mine and I realized something was changing within me. And that's when I contacted my physician and she gave me the news. And I'll tell you this, I am thankful that I have a good physician. When I talked with her, she listened very well. I told her my symptoms and she knew. She did. But she still ordered the lab work to confirm that I was on the verge of becoming type 2 diabetic. Cut out the snacking. You can make hamburgers. You know, you don't have to eat bread, but they do have wheat bread, hamburger buns. I cut out the bread. I just put the patty on my plate, kind of like a Salisbury steak. And instead of adding gravy to it or gravy to my potatoes, when I smash them up, what I end up doing is I add a little bit of salsa. There are books and there are people on YouTube that are more than happy to help you, the viewers, to learn how to take care of your body, your health from inside and out. And I love YouTube because I get to express my opinions, my life story, and things I do in my life. And I have been reluctant for the longest time to do this because I look different and I sound different. But I finally broke that barrier because I have a wonderful husband that loves me. I have friends and I have YouTube that has a lot of great information to learn. Mm, yes, I watch my music videos. I watch information on cell phones, upgrading a cell phone. I already have my opinions on cell phones, but I also watch YouTube about my health and information from qualified people that are on YouTube that will give you the information you need. There are type 2 diabetic books. There are so many great recipes that you can eat without causing yourself harm. And I want to live as long as I can, but when it's my time to go and perish and leave this world behind, then it's my time. But in the meantime, I want to eat better. I want to enjoy my Folgers cup of coffee every morning. Actually, I have about 3 of them every morning. And I just want to feel good. I want my body to feel good because if your body feels good from within, you feel good about yourself in general. And another thing, stevia. Don't get the knockoff brands. Stevia in the raw. It should only contain stevia from a plant. I use it. It's not sweet, 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 but I can bake my cookies. I can add it to my bran flakes. I add it to my coffee and my teas. And it's got that little bit of sweetness, all I need. Now my teas, I prefer adding honey to it. Natural honey. A little bit of honey goes a long way in your tea. And I'll tell you this here, when you do that, There are so many different types of honeys out there. Read the ingredients. A lot of honey bottles that you see in the market that say real honey, flip it around because a lot of those products are not honey. I get mine from the local market that gets theirs from people in our outside of our town that sell raw honey. And it is really good. And I found some people in Pella, Iowa, that are now infusing cinnamon, lavender, and other flavors into their honeys. And they are good to put on French toast or my husband. There are ways to change your eating habits in order to prevent type 2 diabetes. America. When I was young, I loved sweets. Every kid loves it. But it should be limited. It should not be just give them what they want as a child and let them eat what they want as a child. I eat oatmeal and I eat bran flakes. And I'm good with a little honey in them or a little bit of stevia. So from me to you, America, watch more YouTube videos on medical, on technology. Learn, expand your mind, and learn about things that you're interested in learning. Now, I am on the health thing again, and I feel good right now. I'm not complaining. I do know my numbers have dropped drastically, and I am in good health now. But I also have to pull back and not go back to eating the bad things all over again. And I love technology to a degree, and I I learn about cell phones, computers, upgrades, all these things you can do for yourself to save money. It's much easier to fix things yourself than to send it to someone else if you're able and capable in doing so. I know. I used to do that for people. However, learning about cell phones, upgrading televisions, upgrading computers, you don't really have to do it all the time. As my mom would always tell us, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Why mess with something? And she's right. Took me a while to learn it. but she was right. In other words, if things are going good the way they are for you, don't change it because someone tells you you should. Don't change your life because someone says you need to get this or that and spend your money. Mm, don't do it because you can save your money and enjoy life just the way you have it. No need trying to keep up with the Joneses, America. You can watch my videos on buying a $500,000 house versus buying 1 acre of land and building a home on it. Buying fixer-uppers and fixing it up little by little. You're more than welcome to listen to my other videos. And while you do it, mm, have a cup of Folgers coffee, as I do every single day of the year. And I'm going to take another drink. So, if you suspect you're tired all the time, and if you suspect that you have tingling in your toes, your fingertips, and itchiness around your mouth area, your cheeks, your neck, go see a physician as I did. It's better to know what's happening rather than for it to get so bad that it cannot be reversed. So please eat healthy, shop smart, enjoy your Folgers cup of coffee. Instant coffee. It is good. It truly is. And I hope you have a great new year. And I'll be doing videos on politics, which I dread. But I think us old people need to start teaching one another and helping one another. And young people need to do the same. We are one world of people. We all need to come together, unite, and learn to work together. Life becomes easier that way instead of chaos. God bless all of you.